Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, like I promised, I will talk about the date of 7th April, why this was a very important date. Before we start the entire main course where I describe what I know, what are some of my research methods, let's just start off with some, starters before the main course comes. What I want you to do is keep an open mind. This is not going to be a market discussion, the price action and all that. We have done that in the weekend video. Right now, I want to show you something different. I want to open your mind towards different possibilities in the market. What I want to show you and what I'm going to show you, like I said, I want you to keep an open mind. Just forget for 2 minutes about your FII, DII, your option chain, your IV rank, all that. Just for 2 minutes, just forget about it. We'll look at something totally different. Towards the end of the video, I want you to answer this question. The question is there something outside the market which is governing price movements in the market? Suppose you can say some tariff movement was happening here, right? You can say that there is some tariff news happening, and that's why market has made a big move here, right? You can say that. But my question to you is there something outside your usual discussions, your usual narratives, which are you see in the media, your social media, your YouTube gurus? Is there anything else which governs the market movements? All right. So the first starter, we'll discuss different things, but the first thing I want to show you here, if you look at this chart, this is the chart of Nasdaq E-mini futures. Now this is a very colorful chart. You can ask me what it is and what does it mean. In this is one of my tweets of March 19th of previous month. Here I have drawn one circle at the top, one circle at the bottom, and then one different rectangular boxes. You can see actually these are not rectangular boxes. This is two squares which I divided into two, and then I have connected the edges. It's actually a cube. If you can see a cube, then very good. If you can't see a cube, there's no issues with that. It's not something which you see every day in the markets. Here, my point is that there is a mathematical and geometrical connection between that swing high and swing low. Like I said, again, this is something different. These topics which I'm showing you, they are totally something different. Why am I showing you this? Is because in the future, I will share one of my research methods. I'll put it on YouTube so that you can do your own research. So this is just one small glimpse. This is a different kind of starter. Now, what I'm going to show you is gold. And now gold, this chart of gold, I have already shared this for long-term targets. If you can see this chart, there's a lot of circles, lot of circles. People, you can ask, what is this? It looks, it might look like a flower. It might look like wheels. It might look like some circle within circles, wheels within wheels, right? For those who have studied Gann, for those who are studying Gann, this is not just random circles I have drawn here, and I have drawn some levels also. These were long-term targets when I think we were in gold, we were near 2,900. This is XAU USD. I told that market this will go and touch all these targets on top. So my target for gold I've already given 4,297. 4,297 is my upper target for gold. So these are the levels that's touched. First level is over. We're heading towards the next level. So between 3,589 or 3,600 or 3,589, somewhere here there should be a pause in the market. Intermediate small pause can come. This is not random. Like I told you, this is motivated by time also. So 2023, before the exact bottom and this blast higher, there was an exact time point, right? There was an exact time point when this happened. Same thing with the bottom of 2020 also. There was a level here. There was also some time related to it. Okay. There was some time related. So the major move has come here. So far for the next major move, you see there is a lot of time left. You can say towards March of 2028, or there's some major different time. There's big time left for these moves to come. But in the meantime, I have given you higher targets, and this is where I expect market to go to. All right. So first example was geometrical, purely geometrical. This is a bit combination of both Gann and geometry. Now let's get back into our chart, Nifty's chart. Here you see I have marked few white levels. All right. These white levels are astro levels, astro related. Now, like I told you in the beginning of the video, keep your mind open when I'm discussing this, because don't say that okay, market astro is nothing, it's gibberish. Nowadays, I know modern traders, modern educational societies, they say that it's astro, you can't believe in it. Okay, it's okay. I don't say anything related to that. Everyone has their own opinion. That's fine. But what I'm going to show you is something different here. Okay. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're right. I'm just presenting some signs which you can learn also. Here on the 12th of March, okay, on the 12th of March, I have posted one poll on Twitter as well as on Telegram. I posted one poll. So those who are following Astro, I asked one question: when is the correct Saturn and Rahu conjunction? Now, what is Saturn? Everyone knows Saturn. Rahu is north node. In other terms, you call it Rahu. So my question is, if you're following Western, if you're following Vedic, what is the correct Saturn and Rahu conjunction? So conjunction in speak, if you speak, those who don't know what is the meaning of conjunction, it means 0 degrees. Okay, when these two celestial bodies or space bodies, or you can say planets, they combine, come and meet at one certain degree, the degree between them is 0. So when that is the meaning of conjunction, that is the date. Now Saturn and Rahu are big. It has definitely big influences. So my question was whether it was on 14th of April or 20th or 21st of April. My questions, my doubts. For me, there was some confusion between Western and Vedic. So Western astrology is a little bit different. Vedic, which Indian science is, ancient science, is a little bit different. Terminologies might be different, effects might be same. I'm not getting into the discussion of astro. I just asked a simple question: when this conjunction was. Now the reason why I asked this is because I told you 7 to 9 trading days or 13 to 14 calendar days before this event, we will have a bottom in Nifty. All right. This is what I told you. So first option was 14th April. So 14th April, let's just mark 14th April. So 14th April was a holiday. So we'll take 15. No, not a big issue here. We'll go back. We'll go back 7 days, 7 bars, 7 sessions, 7 to 9 sessions. I don't see a bottom here. Okay. And then 14 days, if I go, let me zoom in. Right. I don't see a bottom. I don't see a bottom here. No issues with that. So in the Telegram group, I told you there was no clear answer. No one told me the correct answer, or no one presented a graph, whatever. Again, those who are astro traders, you can comment, you can give your opinion. No issues with that. I'm not in a debate here, which is the correct date. I just want to show you something here. Now, the second date we have is April 20th or 21st. So 20th holiday, we'll take 21st. Right? So April 21st. Let me go back. From this date, I want to go back 7 bars. 7 bars means 7 trading days. Okay. So if you take 7 trading days back from this, like I said, what did I tell you? 7 to 9 trading days or 13 to 14 calendar days before this astro event, we will have a bottom in Nifty. All right. This is the extent. I'm sure many of you are following some guru, astro guru somewhere, either YouTube or Twitter or wherever, right? If they have given you this analysis of Nifty, then let me know in the comments. I also want to follow them. Here, you see, it was exact 7 bars means 7 trading days before 21st April, that is today. And then 14 calendar days, that is also matching here. 14 calendar days also is matching here. Now, this is not any random event. This is not a random event. Why? I'll tell you. 90% astro gurus, 90% astro gurus, they will tell you some date, they'll tell you something will happen, prediction they'll give. But let me tell you, in the science of Gann, there is always price and time both. Okay. So if they're telling you some date, if they're giving anyone is telling you some astro date, there has to be a price level also with it. This is what is the price level. So for the Saturn and Rahu conjunction at 0 degrees, this is the price level. And exactly on that date, we hit that level. All right. Not only that, today, when I'm recording this, is 21st April. And on 21st April, the next levels was hit. Right. These are levels of Saturn and Rahu again combination. These levels also are hit. Understood? Again, I'm not throwing any shade on any guru or astrologer you have met or studied from. I'm just telling you, if they are giving you some date, ask them the price level also. Price has to be there with any time event. That is why we have a chart itself, right? Price and time both are there. Gann himself said price equal to time, right? So if they give you some time, then there has to be some price with it. Okay. So going forward, for those who are interested, I will be posting some educational videos on Astro. I will make a small course. I'll put it up so that you can also research. This is a very, very big topic. I have limited knowledge on this. I will share it with you. Right. So this is one of the mysteries. Now, let's go into a little basic Gann mathematical time cycle. Now, time cycle, the word time cycle itself, I've got a lot of questions in this. You take anything, it can be cycle. You can take a small weekly cycle. What is a weekly cycle? 5 hours. How many days in the week? Sessions? Yeah, five. 5 sessions, Monday to Friday. All right. So you can take 5 hours. That is also cycle. Most common moon cycle. One full moon to the next full moon. Right. This is one cycle. Cycle is nothing but something that repeats itself going forward. It's something just keep repeating. That is the only meaning of cycle. There's nothing big about it. Anything can be a cycle here. Okay. Now, from the top, what is the all-time high? All-time high here was 26,277. What I'm going to do is I cannot count 2000 bars ahead. I can count 200 bars, but I'll break it down. I can also break it down by taking the first two digits. I'm going to take 26. Okay. Since I told you what is the meaning of a cycle, what is it again? Something that repeats again and again. One small time period. So time cycle. We're taking time that repeats again and again. So we'll take a cycle length of 26 bars. Here, what I'm going to do is very simple. From the top date, 26 bars. Okay. One cycle. Nothing big here. Right? You can see nothing big happened here. Small move. Again, 26. Okay. Something significant happened here. So this is first cycle from the top to the next one. Next cycle. Okay. Like that, I'm going to continue. This again, 26 bars. Okay. Nothing very big here. Okay. So next cycle. Okay. Done. Now, watch this. right? What date is it? Exactly 7th of April. So Astro was there. Mathematically, it was also 7th April. Now, those who have studied your time pivots method, your yearly time pivots, my old time pivots method, if you have studied it, this was also a yearly time pivot, right? So we have so many different ways of getting 7th April. So I gave you an Astro reason. I've given you a mathematical reason, right? Now there's another private method which I have, time pivots, that also. Now this time cycle method, this is one of the very basic methods, very basic. You take a high, convert that into, so like I said, price is equal to time. So price was 26,277. We converted that into time by taking the first two digits as 26. Okay, so this is what we converted. It's a harmonics, multiples of 26. We have just added that here. So we got the date as 7th of April. Now, those who remember, here the tariff news was even higher, very big. Tariff was even more greater when they started fighting. All this we covered in the last video, right? So there was no logic for a bottom to be made. Understood? There was no logic for a bottom to be made, but there was a bottom finally on that date, and there was a mega rally, right? So when I say that there are different factors which can influence the market, I want you to ask yourself, what are you following? Are you following everything outside charts? Are you following on the charts only? Going forward, like I said, I will teach some of these methods via YouTube. There's no point for me to go private because one of my most important methods, time pivot methods, there was a major data leak. So I'm not going to teach anything in private right now. Whatever I want to share, I will share it. Limited knowledge, whatever I have, I'll share it on YouTube. All right. Before I leave you, I just wanted to share a small update regarding the breakfast strategy indicator. This is again going live on 28th of April. So today, what happened? Today is 21st of April. What do we have on breakfast strategy? We have our breakfast time between 9:15 to 10:15 a.m. Right. This is where we want to work on a setup. This indicator will give you signals, but again, it does not have any target, stop loss, or anything like that in that nature, because this is not a trading strategy. This is a research tool where you can build your own strategy over it. You can add some MACD, you can add some EMA crossovers, whatever, so simple moving average, volume, all that you can do it on your own. Make your own strategy. This is an edge which people take many years to develop. This is just an edge which I have shared in the form of an indicator. So this gave us first uh, entry on the downside, short signal. It was SL was taken today, and then we got the long signal immediately by 9:30. From there onwards, it was a one-way journey. Those who wanted, you can think about making a strategy till 10:15. Those who have the time, you can work towards the entire day. Also, this is nearly 200 plus points from the entry on the long, right? So going forward, this, like I said, this will be released on 28th. I'll release a small guide for this also. Some situations, it will be a nice learning video where you can apply and think about how you want to work with it. All right. So I think many of you already have the demo version for this. Those who still don't have it, just message me on, just read the description of this first indicator. I'll put the link in the description. Read the entire description of this. My number also is here if you want to avail the demo version till the 28th. All right. Thank you guys. I'll see you in another video. I hope something new you have learned from this video. And I just wanted to open your mind towards different methods that are there in the market. These are very, very high level of stuff. There are simplistic methods also, because nowadays social media is there. Nothing will work without the knowledge of price action. Okay, these are all extras. First, you must understand price action. That is most important. Okay, going forward, focus on learning. Weekly outlook video has already been shared. Have a look at that. Market is moving in a very distorted manner. It can be a wave X and fall down completely, or we'll see what happens going forward. focus on intraday till this week at least gets over is the best option in my opinion. All right, thank you, and I'll see you in another video. Take care and be safe.